Hello, everyone. My name is Brian Zigmont. I'm professor of art history at Mount St. Mary's University in Maryland. And in today's edition of Art History Fun with Dr. Brian, we're going to talk about Caravaggio's wonderful painting, The Calling of St. Matthew. Let's get to it. Caravaggio's Calling of St. Matthew is in a church in Rome called San Luigi de Francesi, the national French church in Rome. The church itself was designed by Giacomo della Porta during the 16th century, and it was dedicated to the three patron saints of France, the Virgin Mary, Saint Denis, and Saint Louis. As you walk in the front door of this church, make a left-hand turn, walk as far as you can go, make a right-hand church, and at the end of the side aisle, you will see what is called the Cantarelli Chapel. The Cantarelli Chapel gets its name by Matthew Cantarelli, a French cardinal who provided a gift for the decoration of the liturgical space just to the left of the apse. And in time, the commission came to Caravaggio, who completed 3 paintings for it. On the left, the Calling of St. Matthew, straight ahead, the Inspiration of Matthew, and on the right-hand side is the Martyrdom of Matthew. Now, Caravaggio is one of the real standout artists of the Italian Baroque period, although interestingly, his name is not Caravaggio. His name is Michelangelo de Merici. Unfortunately for Caravaggio, there was already a Michelangelo, the Ninja Turtle one, and so for most of his professional career, Caravaggio went by the town of his birth, Caravaggio. He was born in 1571, comes to Rome while still a young man, and one of his major early commissions is The Calling of Matthew. And this painting has all the hallmarks of the kinds of things that we would see with Caravaggio throughout his career. To begin with, he has taken a scene from the Gospels, the Christian Gospels, and rather than show it in the Holy Land around the year, I don't know, 0, he has moved our people to a 16th century Italian tavern. Christ sits on the right-hand side of the composition, gesturing to the left-hand side of the painting with his hand outstretched. You can see that he's gesturing towards Matthew, whose day job was a tax collector, who's sitting at a table counting the taxes of the day. Matthew, looking over towards Christ, gestures to himself as if to say, in a taxi driver kind of way, "You talking to me?" Jesus has one of the great halos in the history of halos, this wispy three-dimensional line hovering above his head. And what's interesting about this composition is the ways in which Caravaggio is pulling from his namesake, Michelangelo, in the making of this composition. Now, an honest question could actually be, how do we know that Caravaggio would have known about Michelangelo's work when he got to Rome? And there's a really easy way to answer this. Every artist knew about Michelangelo's work if they were in Rome, actually outside of Rome as well. But the distance from San Luigi de Francesi to the Sistine Chapel, where the creation of Adam is roughly about 1 mile. Of course, Caravaggio knew Michelangelo's work. So let me show you this. I give you a detail of the hand of Jesus from the Calling of St. Matthew and a detail from the hand of Adam from Michelangelo's creation of Adam in the Sistine Chapel. And I think we can agree that these hands look very close. And this similarity becomes all the more evident if we do a little bit of Photoshop magic and simply reverse the hand of Christ. So why might Caravaggio have done this? Well, certainly part of it is an homage to what during the end of the 16th and into the early 17th century was the sort of acknowledging the divine master of Michelangelo. But there's another thing at play here. It's one much more theological in nature. And that is, if Adam was the first man, right, according to the book of Genesis, then Christ was the second beginning of humanity. Like if everything up to Christ was the beginning, then Christ is the second beginning. And in using the same hand for both Adam and Jesus, Caravaggio is in reinforcing this really important theological idea. In total, this painting has all of the trappings of the kinds of things that we will see hereafter in the Italian Baroque period. A dramatic use of light and dark, chiaroscuro, and a remarkable diagonal line that sweeps from the upper part of the right side of the painting by Christ's head towards his hand, leading us directly to Matthew. Caravaggio was really interested in depicting Jesus and the saints as common everyday people. He's done that here. Matthew isn't yet Saint Matthew yet. He's just a tax collector doing his job in a tavern. It's an everyday kind of thing, not one imbued with special theological importance. It's merely a call for Matthew to follow Christ. I hope you've enjoyed another episode of Art History Fun with Dr. Brian. If there's something you'd like me to discuss, go ahead and leave me a comment in the section below. I'd be happy to take care of something for you. Thanks for watching.